This segment sponsored by Foster Financial. Well, today is Wednesday, and it's Women's Wealth Wednesday, so we're so excited to chat with Caleb Doan, who is the Vice President of Foster Financial. Hi, Caleb.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, so today we're going to talk about something so interesting, as all our topics are, but specifically women who have left the workplace and the fact that they should still save and contribute. And so you're going to give us some information. So where should we start?
Yeah, I think this is definitely a good topic to touch on, because I think there's sort of a misconception that women who have left the workforce don't need to plan for retirement, and that's certainly not the case. And so there are some great strategies that women can leverage to still contribute to a retirement account, even if they're at home taking care of the kids, maybe even homeschooling or something like that. And I think that's a common scenario that we often see when a woman leaves the workplace. It's because her and her husband have a child, and then they ultimately decide, hey, it makes more sense for her to stay home, take care of the children, and maybe even homeschool or something like that. And that's still very much contributing financially to the family, because replacing that with a nanny or paying for a private school is extremely expensive. And so it's a really big financial advantage for a family. And at the same time, they should be contributing to retirement accounts as well. And so, there's one retirement account specifically that, a woman doesn't even need to be working or have an employer plan to contribute to. And the one I'll touch on today is a Roth IRA.
Okay, so that's what I was thinking, how does that work? So typically people assume when you are contributing to your 401k, which is an employment fund, right? And then it's like, okay, if you're not employed, number one, where will you get money to put into the retirement account? And then what type of account it is. So break down, how does that work and why is it important?
Yeah. So, I'd say it's important because a retirement goal is really a family goal, right? It's not just one person saying, this is the date I want to retire. It's about, establishing income in retirement for your whole family, right? So, my mom, for example, she worked as like a PE and health high school teacher for 30 years, and she retired a few years before my dad did. And I think she was more excited for him to retire than she was for her to retire, because as soon as both of them were retired, they were able to go, travel and do all the fun retiree stuff. So, it's definitely a family goal that everyone is working towards. And, specifically, how she could actually contribute to this account is you don't even need to have an employer. All you need to have is earned income for the family. And so long as the husband has some sort of earned income, which presumably he does, W-2 income or whatever it might be, she can contribute $6,500 a year to a Roth IRA if she's under 50 years old, or $7,500 a year if she's over 50 years old.
And so I've seen... And just 50, not 50 and a half.
Right, yeah, I know. They always love to throw that in there.
Yes.
Finally, they gave us a round number. So yeah, that's exactly right. And I've seen many situations where, there's a stay-at-home mom who has contributed to this account, and it significantly helps in retirement. Because in so many situations, someone's 401k is almost always pre-tax. And pre-tax, remember, you get the tax benefit up front, and then you kind of pay for it later. Whereas if the wife has established this Roth IRA, you get the big tax benefit of that in retirement. And so any money that comes out of that Roth IRA is completely tax-free, and it can really help push couples towards their retirement goal.
Okay. And so I'm just thinking, as a wife would put money away, and you say it's a household fund, what will happen if someone was single? Could they also benefit from this?
Yeah, good question. So the Roth IRA is still an individual retirement account, but there's this stipulation that somebody has to have earned income to contribute to that account. So they don't necessarily need to be a part of an employer plan to contribute, but there has to be earned income. And so if you're married and you're a stay-at-home spouse, and then your spouse is working, you're able to kind of use their income to contribute to this account. However, if you were a single person, typically you would be, working. And so then therefore you would still have the ability to contribute based on your own earnings.
Okay. Interesting. And then you say The tax benefit, though, is what's really there. So share with us how one can benefit more. Like, why would someone decide to put their money in this type of account than a CD or just another type of savings plan?
Yeah. So, I mean, people hear a lot about diversification, right? So, I mean, you know, you shouldn't have your entire portfolio in one company, right? Because there's a lack of diversification there. Everything relies on that one company. And it's kind of a similar idea with the taxability of your assets. And so a lot of times people have almost 100% of their retirement assets in pre-tax accounts. And the risk that you have there is you're going to pay taxes on all of that money when you start taking it out in retirement in the year that you withdraw it. And so, you know, there can be legislation changes. What if the tax brackets go up significantly? And then all of a sudden you're at risk of paying a lot in taxes. So having some money set aside in a Roth IRA account means you pay taxes up front, and then even if the tax brackets go up, you already paid taxes on that money. So when it comes out, it's completely tax-free. And so it's just another great way to kind of diversify your retirement assets.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Caleb,
for
sharing with us about the Roth IRA. And if you would like more information about Foster Financial, you should schedule your complimentary consultation. We'll have their website listed below, and we'll be right back. This segment sponsored by Foster Financial.